Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the Nut Job, the insane squirrel deck that unleashes the craziest of the Bloomburrow clans. The Nutters are here to get the job done with unexpected men and removals. There is a key figure of the deck that does a pretty big drain job on the opponent and can keep us in the fight against very aggressive decks. We even have some card draw to help out our cause that comes attached with a body. It's not the Italian job, it's the Nut Job. We kick off with a full set of Iridescent Vinelasher, the little guy that has offspring and hits the opponent for 1 every time we play out a land. He isn't a squirrel, but his ability gives us an extra way of getting in damages. Plus, the offspring ability also gives us 2 guys for just 1 card. Scavenger's talent is good little enchantment that will generate food tokens for us whenever one of our men dies. At level 2, when we sacrifice any permanent, we get to mill the opponent for 2. We're not looking for mill wins, but we do need to get it to level 2 before we get to level 3. And level 3 lets us sacrifice 3 non-land permanents to get one of our men back from the grave. It's this third ability that can give us the edge in matchups against opponents with large amounts of removals. The other black talent is also here. We're not on discard, but in cases when the opponent drops their hand, we can use this to our advantage. Not only will level 2 hit them for damages, but on level 3 it'll give us card draw. Once again, it's the third level that we are really looking to take advantage of in most situations. Feed the Cycle is a fantastic removal. We can hit enemy men for 3 mana, or only 2 if we forage. The great part about this removal is it can hit enemy planeswalkers as well. Fell is a rather simple but solid removal. It is a sorcery speed card, but it can hit any opposing men for just 2 mana. It doesn't matter if the target is an artifact or anything else, this will take it off the board. Valley Rotcaller is our hero. This little 2 mana guy will drain the opponent when he swings in for each other squirrel, bat, and lizard we have in play. The Vinelasher we went over at the start is a drain for 2 with offspring, and this just adds up the more men we play out. He even has Menace to help him get through unblocked. With this guy on our side, we don't mind trading blows. The Vinereap Mentor is a funny little squirrel that gets us a food token when it enters play and when it dies. It does have 3 power, so it's a capable attacker if it can get in for hits. And will allow it to trade up with enemy men if we need him on defense. Darkstar Augur is our card draw. It's a bat, but that works fine with our hero, the Rotcaller. This guy even has offspring to double up on our card draw and our creature count for the Rotcaller. Sure, we take some damage when he draws us cards, but our entire deck is 3 mana cards or less. At the very worst, we lose 6 life, but it could be as little as 2 for a pair of cards. Camellia the Seedmiser is our Squirrel Lord. She gives all squirrels we control Menace and will generate a 1/1 squirrel token whenever we sacrifice a food token. For 2 mana, we can forage, and that will add a +1/+1 counter to all other squirrels we control. Mostly we want to increase our squirrel count with her token-making ability because of our hero, the Rotcaller. For lands, we have 4 Llanowar Wastes, the Golgari Pain Duel, 4 Blooming Marsh, the Golgari Duel that enters play untapped early, 5 Forest, and 11 Swamps. Playing the deck requires some decisions early on, then gets easier as the game progresses into the mid-game. Early on, you might have to decide on if you want to play out a Vinelasher on turn 1, or if it'll be more beneficial to play him out on turn 3 when the offspring cost can be paid to generate an extra body. The Rotcaller is always an excellent turn 2 play that gets better when he's followed up with more of our men. In general, paying offspring to get a token copy is always a good idea. The deck really thrives on getting plenty of men out to boost the drain done by the Rotcaller. The hardest thing is opposing removals. Losing men can be tough, but the Scavenger's talent should help our resiliency. In grindy games, be sure to level it up all the way. For upgrades, Bandit's talent can easily be replaced with Innkeeper's talent. The green talent is a great boost to all our men, plus provides ward. Fell is another card that can be replaced with something like Assassin's Trophy, which can hit a wide range of targets. Or Tear Asunder for the Exile. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is the Dan man. Let's find out if he is the man to beat. This two-lander is kind of iffy. We've got a Rotcaller, which is good, but we don't have green for Camellia. The removals are great, though. Keep your pants on. When we can play out a turn 2 Rotcaller, then follow up with more of our men. That's always a great start. Opposing removals are always a concern, but when the opponent is in Simic colors, there will be no removals. We draw a Vinereap Mentor, which is an excellent follow-up to our Rotcaller. Now we can start the drain game and get hits in. We go with the Mentor now as opposed to Camellia because we get a food token. We can use that food to forage with Feed the Cycle, or we can wait to sacrifice it when we get Camellia in play to create a 1/1 Squirrel token. Always think about the future turns. They play out a surprise Malcolm at the end of our turn. Sure, we can't block it, but it alone cannot block our Rotcaller. You're gonna need more men, bro. And they do indeed get more men. Akami is their play, but are they swinging in? That's perfect. Camellia gives our Squirrels Menace, which means we get to ignore their one blocker. Let's play out our Squirrel Lord and get in there for damages. There is a world of hurt coming. We'll drain for 2 and smash in for 4. They need to start dropping men down to be able to offer up blocks. Our removals are going to hurt them badly if they don't do something this turn. They throw down a Brawler, but then quickly swing in with their Malcolm. It's the same as not having blockers. This is effectively GG's. The game is pain and we aim to gain. Let's snipe their Brawler. We'll go with the forage cost, which lets us sacrifice our food token. Doing so will get us a 1/1 Squirrel, and that increases the drain gain. Send the team, get in for hits as often as possible. Blocking is not a concern for Dan the Fan. He's gonna go down swinging. The triplets are neat. They can block one of our guys, but in reality, they won't even get the chance to block at all. The only thing we have to do is turn our Rotcaller sideways. Behold the power of cheese. GG's, bro, thanks for coming. This is the beast anime. No, wait, it's the Basti Anami. You're my worst Anami. We get another Shuffler special. This time, at least we have one of each color. A Rotcaller is always great, plus a pair of removals. This is all right. Keep. No help from the Shuffler so far. We'll have to go with our Rotcaller. We'll want a third land here pretty soon or things could get ugly. Yikes, that's too many colors, bro. I can't imagine what they could be trying to do. We get a Mentor at least. That's something we can play out, and we'll get a drain at least. Shout out to the Shuffler. A Bandit's talent doesn't really advance our board the way we'd like, but it's a playable card that could distract the opponent from the real threats. These hits are not the biggest, but they are still capable of getting the job done. Let's get in there. If they meant to block with their mastermind, they botched it. If they had no intention of blocking, then they are just fine. Why on earth is everyone playing the Kami all of a sudden? They opt not to send in their mastermind, which smacks of throwing a block on our Rotcaller. We'll go ahead and snipe the flyer. Dead men tell no tales. If they want to block, they'll have to give up their Kami. They just take the hits. I'm almost pretty sure they should start blocking soon. A Soul Cauldron and a Kami. I did not see that coming. It's a good way of making their Kami big enough to trade with our Mentor. Lucky for us, we do have more removals we can fire off. Yet another turn without a third land. We've given up on the Shuffler helping us out even just a little bit this game. Let's send their Kami to an early grave. Look at all those beautiful lands over there. I mean, come on, Shuffler. How on earth does this happen so often? I can feel my hair growing. Come on, Bastiana me. We know their plan. They will activate their manland in defense of their life total. But we have Guy with Menace. Here's what we do. Play out the Vinelasher. That makes our drain gain go up to 2. And the 1 damage from the Rotcaller makes 3. The only one going in is our hero. GG's, Bastiana me. We got them with only 2 lands the entire game. It doesn't matter how big that land is. It could be a 50-50 and it still couldn't throw a block. This is Dollar General AK. No wait, it's the DGAC. Why so serious? Amazing, we get a 3-lander with some of our fixings. I like that we're not going to be stuck on 2, and I like the removal. It's not the best hand, but it's not the worst either. Keep your pants on. Oh, come on, bro. Don't tell me you're gonna slow roll us the entire game. Mono black discard it is then. Of what we have in hand, the enchantment might be the least useful against them. It's a out of here. One game, it's stuck on the Shuffler special, and the next, it's draw extra lands. We have all the mana we need to play out everything in our deck. What a surprise, a discard guy. We'll go ahead and toss out a land. We can easily give up the Pain land. The question is to play out the Vinelasher or to wait until next turn. Let's wait. If they have a removal, then we will have wasted our card. Getting Offspring means they need 2 removals. A Bandit's talent will take out our removal. We really want our men more than anything else. Discard often has trouble dealing with enemy men. Are they busy fiddling the fiddle? What's going on over there? This guy is out to bore us out of our mind. You should be playing red-white, bro. We draw a Rotcaller, which is absolutely huge. Let's play out the Vinelasher this turn, though. We want to test their removal skills. And if they have any, we want them to strike anyone else other than the Rotcaller. At least they didn't take 3 minutes to come to this decision. Let's throw out the party, but not the Rotcaller. It is sad to see the Augur go, but sacrifices have to be made. A second Rotcaller is an excellent draw. Hopefully we can get the second one down as well. Let's get in for damages. We've got 20 to go and they aren't going to hit themselves. A dead horse has better response times than Dollar General AK block or do not block, bro. How difficult is this decision point? All in-game timers are way too long. All of them should be cut in half. They take 3 years to play out a Lily. I bet they'll go for the removal part. What they should do is force a discard. I can feel myself getting older during this game. They make us sacrifice our token. You got it, bro. Job well done, mate.
Off you go.
The damage from the talent is useless. We'll be outgaining the damage with the drain gain from our hero, plus it can take out Lily. Bro is less awake than a dead horse over there.
I knew this was a...
We take 2, but we're about to gain 4, and they're about to take 8 this turn unless they block. All those discard spells don't do anything when your opponent doesn't have cards in hand. It's a classic trap. I'm honestly surprised they hit one of our Rotcallers. I would have guessed they'd hit the Vinelasher. We draw into a timely removal. We'll fire it off at their bat. We can't let them gain life or throw blocks to knock off our Vinelasher. This guy is a true rope artist. All his hopes and dreams fall on us giving up because he takes forever. I have watched my nails get longer during this game. Bandit's talents are not going to kill us. It's a nice try, though. There is no use holding on to removal. We'll end up tossing it before we get a chance to use it. A hopeless nightmare. That's what they're living in right now. GG's, as in god-awful game, might as well close it out with a land. This is Save an Ant. No, wait, it's Sav Ant. Does he mean Savage Ant? You know, we had to get yet another shuffler special. The 2-lander strikes again. This one is hard to keep, but you know how we do around here. Keep your pants on. We draw a mentor and we have no green to be able to play it out on our next turn. We could be getting stuck yet again, so let's throw down our Vinelasher and at least get some damages in while we can. They play out a hive. The lads will be showing up this game, and I'm glad we decided to play out the Vinelasher on our first turn. Our hero shows up. That's perfect. Our main man will be our play. They get down a blocker that will negate the damage they take from their own hive. Solid. However, it is just one blocker, and we'll be able to get in for hits with our hero. Another Rotcaller. The first one was on the phone. Let's play him out right away, and then we can swing in. An Elspeth means they get to gain a life this turn, plus they'll have a guy that can gain them life if it tangles with one of our men. That's definitely not good for us. Our draw is a Vinelasher. He'll be good, but maybe later. For now, we'll play out the talent and make them toss a card. It'll cut their ammo in hand down, hopefully. They can block one of our Rotcallers, but we will still drain for 4. Let's get in there. Hit when the hitting is good. They decline to block up. We have to hope they make another token with Elspeth, because if they use the pump ability, we might be toast. Shout out to the shuffler. Well, that is absolutely ugly now. We're lucky we've padded our life total a bit. Although the lads don't give an F about life total. They've only got to hit 10 times. That pump ability is the last thing we wanted to see. A 3rd land. I can't believe my eyes. There is no way we've been given such a gift. Let's play out our land and get our Vinelasher into the mix. It's with Offspring, of course. Now our Rotcallers will drain for 4 each. That's 8 off the top. Plus with 0 blockers, they will take every hit, which is another 3. And when they lose the 1 life to their hive, that will be 12 total. GG's, bro, that was a lucky draw to get that 3rd land. To think that they could have blocked one of our Rotcallers at one point, but chose not to. Oopsie poopsie, bro. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.